Welcome to Reddy Technologies. Data types used in Java. See, data types are important concepts in every programming language. See, we have different types of data, not only in computer programming, in real life also, we have different types of data. Suppose one name is there, your friend name, that is text. In computer terminology, string type data. Your city name, text. Next, your address, text, that is string type data. Suppose 100 rupees, 100 is number. Suppose you have 10.5 units of some goods, 10.5, 10 and a half. The 10.5 is number with decimal places. Next, single character, Y, no, S for Y, Y for S, N for no, Y, N, single character data type. Next, true or false, logical data, Boolean data. Say in real life also we use different types of data, character type data, text type data, whole numbers, next numbers with decimal places, next logical data, date, etc. In computer programming also, data types are very important. See, to store and organize data, then data types are very important. Okay, see, data type is a classification of the type of data that a variable or constant, or you can say final variable or method. In this area we have two types of methods: method with return a value, method with returns nothing. For first category, method with return a value, data type required. For second category, method with returns, data type not required. No data type, nothing, returns nothing. Next, one more thing, method arguments. See, in Java, for 4 units, data type is required. One is for variables. In 4 areas we use data. See, for declaring variables, next for declaring final variables, they never change. Fixed value for entire program. For example, variable, it varies throughout the programming. It may vary. You can use fixed value for entire program, or you can use different values. Variable, it may vary throughout the program. Final variable, fixed value for entire program, or another name is constant. Next, third, method with return a value type, method with return a value. Another type is there, that is method with returns nothing. For that type of methods, data type not required. No data type specification. Next, method arguments. See, in these 4 areas we use data types in Java programming. I will provide one example. Observe. See, launch Eclipse IDE. Here I am declaring variables. Suppose int ex equals to 100. int x equals to 100. Next, string y equals to India, or string variable name country equals to India. See, these are variables. Next, here int is data type, string also data type, string is non-primitive data type, int is primitive data type. Okay. Next, I am declaring one method, public method return type int. It is non-static method, static methods also there. Method name add, method symbol open and close parenthesis, int num1, int num2, open curly braces. Suppose int result, it is local variable, int result. Suppose result equals to num1 plus num2, where are num1 and num2 values? While calling the method, we provide values for num1 and num2. Next, return result. This method return type is integer. Next, suppose int final a equals to 1000 or any name. Suppose int final price equals to 1000, not int final int. Final is non-access modifier, int is data type. See, this price is final variable, or you can say constant. Suppose another variable, int price 2 equals to 2000. Suppose find the difference between final variable and variable. Final variable, fixed value for entire program. Variable, it may vary. Suppose after some time, if you want to use price 2 equals to 23. Yes. Suppose after some time, if you want to use price equals to 12, it can't. Why? See, fixed value for entire program. Final variable never change. So this one. Observe, in this program, it is partial program, incomplete program. I used data types in 4 areas. Observe 4th, 5th line for declaring variables. Next, 7th line, declaring a method. In the same line, within these round brackets, I used data type for method arguments. Next, in 14th line, I used data type for declaring final variable or constants. So we use data types in 4 areas in our Java programs. See, this is the example. This is first area. This is second area. Next, these arguments. Third area. Next, final variable, final int, not only int, you can declare other data types or other data type variables also, other types of variables also. Okay, this is about usage of data types in Java programming. Data type is a classification of the type of data that a variable or constant or method arguments can store in a computer program. Okay, next, data types specify sizes and types that can be stored in a variable. Observe. Suppose for storing a number, you can use int x equals to 100. Int x equals to, otherwise, for storing a small number, byte a equals to 100. Next, if you want to store 10,000, then byte is not sufficient. Byte is not sufficient. Short b equals to 10,000. Byte can hold up to 127, minus 128 to plus 127. Short can hold up to minus 32,000 something to plus 32,000 something. Next, if you want to store 1 lakh, c equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. For that, short is not, byte is not suitable, short is not suitable, int. Suppose if you want to store 10-digit data with 10-digit data and starts with 9, for that long equals to 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here at the end you need to provide L doesn't participate in calculations. That is syntax. Say if you want to store 10-digit number starting with 9, starts with 9, for that byte is not suitable, short is not suitable, byte memory 8 bits, short 16 bits, int 32 bits, long 64 bits. See, for storing 10-digit data starts with 9, byte is not suitable, short is not suitable, int is not suitable. Next, for storing 1 lakh, byte is not suitable, short is not suitable. For storing 100, byte is suitable. See, here data type is same. What is the data type? Number, whole number, but size is different. 100, 10,000, 1 lakh, something. So I specified this one. I fulfilled this one. Data type specifies sizes and types that can be stored in a variable. Next, sizes. Okay, different size, different types. Suppose string x equals to Hyderabad, string type data. Next, char y equals to single quote, single letter. Next, Boolean z equals to true or false, literals. See, I fulfill in this example, I fulfilled these two. See, byte, short, int, long, same type of data, number, size different. Next, in between, string, char, boolean and int, type different, data type different. Okay, data type specifies sizes and types that can be stored in a variable. Okay, second topic over with example. Next, third one. Java supports explicit declaration of data types. See, Java supports explicit declaration of data types. Means we need to specify data type before declaring a variable. Suppose int x. Suppose after some time, if you want to assign value x equals to 100, it is valid syntax. Suppose y equals to 200, it is invalid syntax. Why? We didn't declare y. X, we declare x in we declare x before the before line, means we declare x explicitly. So Java is a formal language. It supports explicit declaration of data types. Explicit declaration means we need to specify data types before variables while declaration. If you don't specify data type, then invalid syntax. Suppose if it is Python language, Python is a lightweight language. Python, suppose this is Java code. If it is Python language, Python is a lightweight language, scripting language. Java is formal language. In Python, no explicit declaration of data types. It doesn't support implicit declaration of data types. Suppose, suppose x equals to 100. What is the data type x? We didn't specify implicit declaration. Then how Python considers data based on the usage of data? See here, x equals to 100. 100 is integer. Based on the usage of data, it considers the data type internally. Suppose after some time, if you use x equals to India, it can hold. It can hold. See, at this point of time, x is string type data. After some time, if you use x equals to 10.234, it will accept. See, in Python, no explicit declaration of data types. Based on the usage of data, it considers the data types. It considers the data types based on the usage of data. Suppose beginning of the program x value integer, middle of the program x value string text, end of the program x value floating point number, Boolean. But in Java supports explicit declaration of data types. Suppose x equals to 100, okay. Suppose after some time, if you try to enter x equals to 10.23, it is invalid. Why? X is integer type variable. So 10.23 invalid. Okay, this is about explicit declaration of data types. Next, Java data type conversion. Say for assigning values to variables, two types. See, assign values to variables. Assign values to variables is two types. One is initialization. Another is reading. See, initialization means assign a value directly in the program. Suppose int x equals to 100. It is initialization. Otherwise, suppose int y I just declared. After some time, I am assigning value to y equals to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is also initialization. X equals to 100 initialization. Y equals to something 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 initialization. See, initialization time, Java accepts correct data only. Suppose x, y integer. If you try to enter other than integer 1.34 or string type data ABCD, it won't accept. Syntax error. Why? Y is integer type variable. So initialization time, no issue, no data type conversion. See, variables take correct data types only. If you try to assign different types of data, they will show errors. syntax errors. So initialization time, no issues. Reading time, issues are there. See, reading, several types. See, read user input. Read user input. See, to read user input, I think no issue. If you read user input, Java validates your input while reading. So no issue here also. Next, read data from files. Read data from files. See, if you read data from files, then Java considers the data as string type data. See, whenever you read data from external files, then Java considers the data as string type data. Even though you read numbers, it considers the data as string type data. In order to perform mathematical calculations, you need to convert the data. See, where data conversion is required, if you read data from files, then data conversion is required. Just a minute. For example, you are reading, just assume, you are reading India. You are reading India from external file. It considers India internally, string. So here, no conversion required. No conversion required. Why? You are reading text. You can use the text as it is. So no conversion required. Suppose you are reading 100 from external files. It will consider the 100 as string. It assigns double quotes internally. Then here you need to convert the string type data to integer type. Suppose you are reading 10.234 something. See, internally it considers string type, suppose 10.234 quotes. So conversion required. Convert the data from string type to float or double. How to convert? I will show an example. Just a minute. Example. Just a minute. Delete this one also. Say, I'm just instead of reading, I am assigning values with double quotes. Just assume you are reading data, then it considers, suppose string num1 equals to, then internally it will consider like this. Suppose int num string. If you read data, it will consider string type data. Suppose num2. Just assume if you read data from external files, suppose read user input. Java validates user input while reading, no problem. If you read data from files, issue is there, conversion required. Whenever you read data from external resources, then Java considers the data as string type data. Suppose system.out.println num1 plus num2. Just a minute. Num1 plus num2. My expected is 10 plus 20 30, but it will print 1020. It will concatenate that one string type data. Suppose in order to perform mathematical calculations, you need to convert that one. How to convert? Suppose x equals to, or any data type, any variable name, integer type only, any variable name, int x equals to, suppose integer class, predefined library, integer dot parseInt of num1, converting num1 from string to integer and storing into x variable. X is integer, integer variable. X is integer variable. Y, num2, converting num2 from string to, converting string num2, converting string type variable num2 to integer type variable y. System.out.println x plus y. It will print 10 plus 20 30. Run 1020 and 30. See, this is about data conversion. See, in order to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. Okay. For initialization, no data conversion is required. Reading user input, no data conversion required. Reading data from files, data conversion is required. Where if you read numbers, then conversion required. If you read text, no conversion required. This is a brief introduction about data types used in Java programming. Thank you.